G'day everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Welcome to this episode. Now I've been looking forward to sharing this with you for ever since I saw this announcement. It's something that's a feature that I know is going to bring me a lot of value, and hopefully it'll bring you a lot of value as well. And that's the ability to pop out your chats into separate windows in Microsoft Teams. Something I used to use a lot in Skype for Business, and I'm glad this is now in Microsoft Teams. It only has just landed in my tenant, so let's dive in and have a look and see how this works. Okay, so I've gone through, I've set up a few different things already. So I've got 3 chats going on, and I'm going to pop those out into different windows. Now we're also going to jump in and have a look at the new raise your hand feature in Microsoft Teams meetings as well. So we'll dive into that after this chat. So you can see on the screen here, I've got 3 active chats with Nesta, Alex, and Megan. Now, what you'll notice here in the top right-hand corner, now it's not that obvious at the start, but we've got this little new icon here where we can pop out our chat. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop these 3 chats out into separate windows, and we'll get them all arranged on the screen. So I've got 3 active chats going on. I'll minimize my main Teams window and I'll just organize these chats up like so. So you can see here we've got 3 chats going on. All right, so I can be chatting to Megan and then Nesta and also Alex as well. All right, so you can now on the other screen, I've got all these set up also. So I'm just going to reply back and you can see them coming back into the screen there. And we'll get that sorted first. And that's Alexa just talking to me. And there we go there. So we can see here that you can see all these responses coming back in through these different chat windows here. On my main screen, I've got the pop-ups coming as well. So it's a great way to organize, well for me anyway, and hopefully for you, it's a great way to organize your chats. Rather than using the left-hand rail and jumping in and out of those different chat windows from the rail there, we can pop them out into different windows. Okay. There is obviously the potential to be not concentrating and then typing in messages in the wrong box, in the wrong chat window. So that is something to watch out for. But with education, then and practice and awareness and all that sort of stuff, that will obviously be overcome. All right, so that's the popping out your chats into separate windows. Now let's jump into raising your hand in meetings. So I'm going to now just open up my main chat window, which is here. Now I've already gone ahead and set up a meeting, so I'm just going to join everybody to that now. So just bear with me for a sec while we go through, and I'll join everybody in here. I'm just going to leave my speakers muted for now, and we'll join everybody to that. In comes Megan. You'll see them all coming in just a second, and we'll now, last of all is Alex. We shall join him in now, and let's admit them all to the meeting. So now we've got all 4 of us inside the meeting. Okay, now I'm just going to drag, now they're all on mute. Okay, so I'm just going to drag Alex's Teams window across here. And what we'll notice here is that we've got this hand inside the meeting toolbox, and the participants can now click on this raise your hand, and let's have a look and see what that looks like. So you can see here that I get notified that Alex has raised his hand. Alex has got a little yellow hand there, but also when I go to show participants, you can see here that that hand there is, it has been raised. Now I'm just going to jump into Nesta's as well. I'll raise Nesta's hand. You'll see there that Nesta's now popped up there, and he's got his hand raised as well. Now, if I just drag Nesta's meeting window over here, you'll also notice here that he also sees that another participant has raised their hand as well. And if I drag Alex's across, you'll see that he can see that Nesta has also raised his hand in the meeting as well. All right. So now me as the meeting host, the meeting organizer here, I can also then unmute Nesta, obviously, and then he can have his say, and then what I can do also is lower his hand. All right. So I can click these three little dots. I can go lower hand. And I can do the same thing for Nesta, but this time in this window. So I can lower both of their hands. Okay, so that's the raise hand. I know that teachers and educators have been hanging out for that as well. So when they're hosting a meeting with their class, they can have their students raise their hand to jump into the conversation in the meeting as well. Now, the other feature, which I haven't had a look at yet, so this is going to be a first time for me, is that we can download the attendance list. All right, so let's have a look and see how that works and how that looks. I haven't seen this yet, so this is going to be a bit of a live thing. So what we can do is we can click this download button, and it's going to download a file, and it's going to be a CSV file. Let's just wait for that to download, and I'll open that up in the let me find it. View. It's that one there. So let's open that up. And so you can see here that we've got a few different entries here. And you can see that when they joined and when they left. Now, it's interesting to see that it says there that Alex has left. Maybe that's when, that could be when he raised his hand. I'm not 100% sure there, but you can see here that Nesta joined, Megan joined, and the timestamps there. So that's the downloading of the attendance. So that's another feature that is rolling out as well. But for me, that popping out of the chat windows is a great feature and something that I'm going to be using a lot. So I hope that brings you some value. It should, if it's not in your tenant now, it should be in your tenant very, very soon. So I hope you get some value out of those new features, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you later.